If you or a loved one are struggling with type 2 diabetes, you should visit the link in the description below. This clinically proven, drug-free program lowers blood sugar to a normal level and can completely reverse type 2 diabetes within just a few weeks. Here's today's video.
The question, how do I treat my low blood sugar? Answer by Rajinder Bala. Option 1. In case you drink most of your fluids with meals, start drinking water on empty stomach. Stop drinking water and other fluids. That will reduce your glucose levels in cells and in space between cells. Option 2. In case you drink more than 2 cups of tea, coffee and other caffeine products reduce absorption of carbs in blood. Too much tea can cause low blood sugar levels for some time, maybe a few months or years, without there being high cell glucose. Option 3. Discuss with me. Option 4. Read the following and draw your own conclusion. Diabetes symptoms are increased thirst, frequent urination. Thirst is caused when the blood volume is reduced. So the first target for management of diabetes should be to increase blood volume. Once thirst is managed, frequent urination will automatically stop. Urination will reduce because in the absence of thirst a person may drink much less water. Drinking water with meals can improve health in following ways. This question had troubled me for more than 15 years. I changed various formats of drinking water. I drank water on empty stomach for a good 10 years or more. I used to avoid drinking water with meals. Results: whitish layer on tongue. Increased sensation of thirst with passage of time. Thick saliva. The taste of food was impaired. I did not like the taste of most of the food that once I used to like. So 2 months back I decided to drink 200 to 300 milliliters water with each meal. Results shocked me. I stopped feeling thirsty. Saliva volume increased tenfold. Food started tasting better. There seemed to be significant improvement in the sharpness of brain. Not drinking water for 36 hours was very easy. The first argument against drinking water with meals is that it will dilute the stomach acids. I do not think that is right. Stomach acids are produced after we eat food. Based on the volume of food and type of food that we eat, stomach acids are produced. If we take 50% of our normal meal, there will be 50% acids that will be there in stomach. Same way, if we eat non-veg, the amount of acids that stomach will have will be far as compared to when we eat veg food. Same way, water taken along with meal will become part of the food and stomach acids will be adjusted accordingly. Let us first understand about what is there in our body. 65 to 75% of body weight is fluid, 15% of body weight is bones, 5% could be waste sitting in large and small intestines waiting to be excreted. Rest is fats, muscles and other molecules. So going by weight, volume, fluid should be most important. Otherwise also bones, fat and muscles are fed the nutrients supplied by fluids. They all, bones, muscles etc., are stationary. It is the fluid which moves from one place to another. So we need to control and understand the working of fluids. This fluid is there in 3 major compartments. Of the total fluid, 10% is blood. Rest of 90% fluid is there in cells and in space between cells. Blood, 10% of total fluid, feeds the nutrients to rest of 90% fluids. Think what will happen if the 90% of the fluids fall short of minerals and carbs. Now understand that almost 70% of the minerals and carbs are manufactured in the body itself with the help of other minerals, hormones and enzymes. Think again, if there is shortage of blood glucose in 90% of the fluids, the body, liver, will raise glucose in the blood by assigning top priority to convert everything into glucose. Glucose is the single most important nutrient needed in our body. No diabetic dies due to excessive blood glucose. They die when body fails to meet the requirement of glucose. When there is shortage of energy, heart and other vital organs do not get enough energy to operate optimally. Heart attack and cholesterol is never caused by anything but by excessive fluids caused due to insufficient energy supplied to the heart to push the fluids with required force. Heart stops working due to lack of energy and not due to clotting. Clotting takes place when heart stops working. The explanation of drinking water with meals is as under. When we eat food, our stomach produces acids and other enzymes to convert the food and other liquids into a paste. This paste is passed on to small intestines. Small intestine is connected to blood veins. The minerals, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, water, enzymes, and other nutrients are absorbed in small intestines and moved to liver for further processing. After processing in liver, the mineralized blood is sent to kidney for balancing of the minerals. Any minerals found to be out of correct proportions are filtered out. First benefit of this will be that blood volume will increase as more fluids will be absorbed with minerals because of more water content in the food. Second, there will be better absorption of minerals, proteins, carbs and fats, etc. When we drink water on empty stomach, there will be acid production in stomach. The water will not be absorbed in small intestines. If we drink water after more than 1 minutes after a meal, the water will not form part of the paste. Now take an example. Take some toothpaste in a bottle. Add some water to that. Now shake the bottle for 15 minutes. After shaking for 15 minutes, you can see watering particles of paste separately. This water will not be absorbed in small intestines. Even the absorption of minerals will be low due to formation of crystal of paste. That is what will happen in our stomach. So we should drink water in the middle of a meal. Or rather, spread out the water evenly throughout the meal. So drinking water with meals should help cure varicose veins problem and other health conditions associated with poor blood circulation as well as anemia. It should also help improve the skin. It should remove the dark eye spots and improve eyesight. It can improve cataract as well. It can prevent prostate cancer as well. There are 1,000 of possibilities. But I remember very clearly that when I increased my water intake and started drinking on empty stomach, all the health problems were cured in less than 10 days. Same result I saw with a lot of other people also. That is an indication that drinking water on empty stomach is meant to remove metabolic toxins. So we do need to drink water on empty stomach as well after every few days. Diabetes cure and weight loss. When we drink water or any other liquid after more than 10 minutes after a meal, the water and other liquids are not absorbed in small intestines, in the absence of stomach acids. Stomach acids are produced only in response to food and not in response to water and other liquids. The liquids and water are passed on the large intestines. In large intestines also the excess water and vitamins are absorbed. However, the large intestine does not absorb any minerals, carbohydrates, fats and proteins. This water is passed on to intracellular fluids. No processing is done by liver and kidneys. This is kind of direct reach to the body fluids which are passed on to cells. Over a period of time, the intracellular fluids around the large intestines become devoid of most of the minerals. These fluids are also stripped off the essential glucose. In the absence of glucose, the metabolic rate falls, which causes increase in blood sugar to compensate for the lack of glucose in intracellular fluids. The absence, or lack, of glucose in interstitial fluids will cause flight of fluids from blood, making a person feel thirst all the time. That gets converted into diabetes in due course of time. Not drinking any fluids except with meals will dehydrate the large intestine and surrounding areas of excess fluids. This will result in increase in metabolic rate. It will also help reduce intracellular water. Average total intracellular fluid makes up about 30 to 50 liters of fluid. That means a loss of 5 liters of intracellular fluid can be brought in about 30 days. That is the fastest and safest weight loss that is possible. But weight loss is not happening. I am expecting it come later. Body goes through a process of adjustment. There are obvious improvements. Weight loss will follow. The increase in blood volume may cause weight gain initially. As the metabolic rate picks up, the weight loss will be there. The excess water reaching in large intestine is the cause for prostate problems. Read my blog for detailed explanation about the role of fluids in our body. My blog in brief. Chronic mineral imbalance in blood leads to low metabolic rate, resulting in aging and age-related diseases like blood sugar, blood pressure and heart disease, etc. To correct mineral imbalance, do hydration-dehydration cycles, and to increase resting metabolic rate, do walking and rest routines as detailed on my blog. Read my blog for more details or watch my YouTube videos at Rajinder Bala. To increase resting metabolic rate, RMR, do the following. Walk for 5 minutes at easy pace within your home in the morning. After walking, rest for 510 minutes in bed. Repeat the above 3 times in the morning, afternoon, evening and at night before sleeping. So that makes for 12 walk and rest routines, or 5 by 12 equals 60 minutes of walk for the entire period. One can do it selectively during weekdays and on working days only in the morning and at night. The idea about walking is that it mobilizes energy, and before the entire mobilized energy is spent, we rest. In such a case, a part of the mobilized energy becomes available for vital organs. Doing walking and rest routines takes care of aging-related diseases as well. Hydration-dehydration cycles. Day 1 to 5, drink 300 milliliters water with every meal. Total fluids intake on these days should not exceed 600 milliliters to 900 milliliters. Day 6 and 7, drink 200 milliliters water every 2 hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Repeat after 7 days till you are completely free of diabetes. Hopefully, in case of pre-diabetics, this will work in 15 to 30 days, completely reversing the diabetes. After you get free of diabetes and your blood sugar reading are back to normal, you can start drinking water at any time, but keeping in view the above principles. The big question that one may be interested to know will be, why should then a person drink water on empty stomach or at any time other than meal? Initial results indicate that water reaching large intestines help removing the metabolic waste. So that is also equally important. Like sugar, food, etc. has no bearing on diabetes and blood sugar management. 1 to 2 persons have reported reversal of diabetes in less than 10 days. Also read my blog for a detailed explanation of how the above steps ensure perfect health. Feedback will help a lot of people out there. Based on my discussions with core members who called me, I found that 50% or more people who have diabetes and blood pressure drink 3 or more cups of tea regularly, and remaining 50% people drink water on empty stomach or their water intake is more than 2 liters per day. Answer by Amit Sharma. How are low glucose levels treated? At the point when your glucose levels are too low, eating something made of starches is vital. On the off chance that you have diabetes, endeavor to keep high-starch snacks available. The American Diabetes Association prescribes that your bite have no less than 15 grams of starches. Some great tidbits to keep close by include granola bars, new or dried organic product, natural product juice, pretzels, treats. You likewise can take glucose tablets to quickly raise your glucose if it's low. These are accessible without a medicine. It's essential to check what number of grams are in every tablet before taking them. Plan to get 15 to 20 grams of starches. Buy glucose tablets today. Hold up 15 minutes in the wake of eating or taking a glucose tablet, and test your glucose once more. In the event that your glucose isn't going up, eat another 15 grams of sugars or take another dosage of glucose tablets. Rehash this until the point that your glucose level begins to rise. On the off chance that your consistently planned supper isn't for some time, eat a little nibble after the low glucose scene. Make sure not to gorge. This could prompt glucose levels that are too high. Answer by Rennie Naiman. Consult a doctor if you have hypoglycemia as a result of diabetes mellitus or any other endocrine disorder. Have your meals on time as suggested by the doctor, dietitian.